You then go and join a therapy group, and in that therapy group, everybody sits around talking about how shit life is. If this is your experience, if you've got all of these people telling you that you're depressed and all of these people telling you that life is shit, why would you expect to feel any different?
Hey, feel I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose.
Welcome back to today's video. Before we go any further, just want to remind you, just want to assure you that the content that I create, these videos, they're not designed, the intention behind them is not to upset you, it's not to offend you, it's not to make you angry. It is, however, designed specifically to help you look at things from a different angle, to help you look at the same situation in a slightly different light, which in turn hopefully will help you attack this issue from a different angle, from a different place. Because let's be honest, let's remove emotion, let's be 100% rational about this. What you're doing right now, it's not working. So a slightly different approach is something that I genuinely believe that you should be welcoming into your life. We're going to be talking about my super unpopular opinion, my views on depression. Now, as soon as I say depression, I can feel through the camera lens that everybody's getting their back up. Everybody's shields are going up. Everybody's getting super defensive because I've dared to talk about depression. I've dared to question the validity of the way that you feel. And that's not true. That's not true at all. I am 100% with you. I agree that you are not having a good time right now. Does that mean that you are depressed? More than likely not. The majority of people that come to me talking about depression, talking about anxiety, they're self-diagnosed. They have looked on the internet, they have Googled, they have watched YouTube videos. The symptoms of depression are similar to the way that they are feeling right now. So they have put one and one together and they've come up with three and they've decided that they have depression. You see, here's the thing. Life is tough. Life is hard. One of the issues that I see with guys is they genuinely believe that life shouldn't be hard. It's this belief which amplifies things when things aren't quite going your way. Life is cruel, life is tough. Unfortunately, people die. Unfortunately, marriages end. There are catastrophes in our lives that are unavoidable. They are part of life. And yes, depressive feelings of sadness will be massively amplified around these events. However, it's what you do moving forward that counts. It's how long you allow yourself to sit in these feelings without doing anything about it, which is the problem. It's when you sit in these feelings, it's when you listen to everybody else. Maybe you've got all your friends, they probably mean well. Your friends and your family are telling you that you are depressed. Your friends and your family are urging you to go to the doctors, which you then do, and you go to the doctors. The doctor then asks you a couple of questions, decides that you are depressed, doesn't look holistically, doesn't look at the bigger picture, doesn't look at your current exercise routine, your current sleep pattern, doesn't look at your nutritional intake, doesn't look at your habits and your behaviors, asks you a couple of questions, and within 5 minutes, they've written your prescription out for antidepressants. So you have got all your friends telling you that you're depressed. You've got a doctor telling you that you are depressed. You've got a doctor giving you medication because you are depressed. You then go and join a therapy group. And in that therapy group, everybody sits around talking about how shit life is. If this is your experience, if you've got all of these people telling you that you're depressed and all of these people telling you that life is shit, why would you expect to feel any different? Why would you expect to be able to move from this rut if your whole environment, if your whole life setup is depressing? It's not, is it? Which means that, unfortunately, it's on you. You are going to have to make a move. You are the one that's going to have to get yourself out of this rut. in the vast majority of cases, especially with the men that come to me, they are not depressed. They are just lacking a goal. They are just lacking a mission. They are just lacking something to move towards, something to get them out of bed. They are lacking a strategy. They are lacking a plan. They are lacking structure to their lives. A very interesting story during the war, in the bombing of London, at the peak of the Blitz, there were men who were hospitalized due to mental issues, hospitalized due to clinical depression. I don't think I've ever done air quotes, but I just did. Hospitalized due to the depressive feelings they had. They were getting up, they were getting out of bed because they had a mission. They were driving ambulances, they were rebuilding London, they had a role in society. They had a mission, they had something to strive towards, and the depression was completely gone. Now, you are no different to those guys. You just don't have a mission, you just don't have structure. You can't see a way out. You are looping your behavior. You are depressed, so you feel depressed. You tell yourself you're depressed, so you act depressed. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It is what it is. You are living a depressing life with no structure and nothing to move towards. Again, I'm not belittling you. I'm not telling you that you are not having a terrible time, because I genuinely believe that you are. But I know that you have the power to move yourself out of it. This is exactly what I do with my clients. I give them structure, I give them accountability, I give them a mission, I help them find their purpose. I help them move from feeling overweight, stressed out and tired, depressed and anxious, to lean, motivated, highly energized and incredibly happy every single day, simply by implementing some form of structure, something for them to hold on to. My advice to you, if you are feeling incredibly low, if you are suffering with depressive feelings constantly, there are a couple of things that you can do. Number one, be honest with yourself and look at reality. Are you catastrophizing? Are you seeing life how it is, or are you seeing life how you think it is? The best thing that you can do is determine your reality. Things will get better. There's an old Stoic saying, I can't remember who it was, Marcus Aurelius or someone, this too shall pass. It doesn't matter how low that you are feeling, this too shall pass. There is a way out. And when you look at the reality of your situation and you look at things rationally and not emotionally, there is a way out. Yes, it is going to take some work. You do need to look at your current life setup. Are you getting enough daylight? Are you getting enough sleep? Is your sleep-wake cycle regulated? Are you eating too much junk food? Are you drinking too much alcohol? Is your life set up in line with someone who is depressed, or in line with a high-level man? I guarantee, if you are honest with yourself, if you look at life through the lens of reality and not fiction, the fiction that's in your head, if you examine your life setup, if you do what you need to do to go from feeling like a 3 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10, you will very, very rapidly look at these depressive feelings in your rearview mirror as you progress through life. Hopefully you take on board what I've said. Hopefully you won't get too offended. Hopefully I haven't upset you. Hopefully I've helped you look at life through a different lens. Be honest with yourself. Look at the reality. Look at your life setup, get some structure, find out what your purpose is, and then move towards it. Have a beautiful day, and I'll catch you in the next video.